Life is precious, and we all have the opportunity of living it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. How do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time? How do we account for our relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? I am so glad you asked. In this program, you will find answers to all of these questions and more. Welcome to the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore.
What's happening, everybody? I want to welcome you back to another episode of the I AFYL Podcast. Jay Moore here, the healthy accountant. And today we're talking about how to push through when things get tough. Guys, many of us, have gone through plenty of things in life, and most of us probably have had to push through at some point. Today, we're just going to talk about pushing through, especially when things seem impossible, or you've been working on something that you may have thought that it wasn't possible to accomplish. So how does it all start? Life is interesting because in life, we get to choose, we get to make decisions. No one gets to most of us get to decide the life that we're going to live. Can I get a witness for real? Because, especially once you turn 18, right? All of us turned 18. We left our parents' house and we get to make our own decisions. It's weird because, my son's, he's in college, he's 19. And I just remember at 19, my parents they didn't really have, I was on my own. They wasn't telling me what to do anymore. And it's interesting because, I'm looking at where he's at in life. And I'm just like, wow, I don't get to tell him what to do. He can call me and ask for advice. I can call him and give him advice if I want, but I don't get to tell him what to do anymore. So we get to a point in our life when we actually have to live and we actually have to do things. And yesterday, as I finished up the 5-day Good Accounting Challenge, we got to the point where, it's like anytime you get to the end of something and you're looking forward, something has to happen. We get to the end of the challenge and I'm given a charge. I'm talking about how you're going to have courage to do something. You're going to have to believe. You're going to have to believe in something that you cannot see. You're going to have to believe in the impossible, especially if you have a big goal. So one of the things I was just admonishing, my challengers, hey, make sure you have something big you're going after. Yes, I think I talked about that on the podcast. But what's going to happen when you have a big goal? I'm talking about a roadblock is going to show up. A roadblock is going to show up. See, it's a law. It's a law. Think about this. When you open your mouth to say that you're going to do something, to say that you're going to accomplish something, then there has to be a testing. There has to be a shaking. There has to be something, I'm kind of saying this because all of us have experienced challenges in our life. And sometimes those challenges are not easy to get through. I'm just thinking about my friend who lost her husband in October. Wasn't expecting it. Husband's not definitely sick. I mean, everybody, a lot of people have different things going on, taking the medication for something, but but for the most part, he's perfectly fine. And then he's gone. That's tough. That's hard. How do you push through when that kind of thing happens? I can remember back in 2013 when we lost my brother. That was hard. No one's looking for that. We're thinking life is great. And bam, you got to push through. Just think about it. You may have lost a loved one. You may have lost a job. Your business may have took a turn for the worst in 2022. I've seen that happen this year. As much as I'm moving forward, there was a redirecting all at the same time. Tough. Things get hard. I was on the phone with a friend of mine last night. Well, yesterday evening. I hadn't talked to him in a while. So let me call him up and see what's going on. And we were talking. And I let him know. I was like, hey, man, I got shifted. I thought we was cruising. 2022 showed up. We're cruising. Things are just working. And then, bam, something happens. What do you do or how do you push through? And I shared with him, I said, it's interesting because the moment it shifted, then I heard a voice. I heard the voice. Here's what the voice said. Well, I think you're going to have to do something different. And I think you're going to have to follow something that I already showed you, but you don't understand it yet. So you're going to have to push in order to figure it out. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. And when I got that word, I was just like, but what about, and but what about, have you ever done that? You get to the point where you're like, but wait, no, but that's going to be too hard. How do you push through? How do you push through when things get tough? It's interesting because it's the end of the year. 2022 is over. And some people are just like, oh, I can't wait till 2023 get here. Oh my goodness, 2023 is going to be better. But I'm sitting there like, man, what can I do right now? Think about this. If you're in a tough season, dude, I didn't talk about it because you shouldn't be running your mouth about being in a tough season. I don't talk about being in a tough season if I'm going through something. Here's why. Because I wanted to go away as soon as possible. I wanted to learn what I need to learn as soon as possible to get out. The worst thing you can do in a tough season is talk about it too much. Talk about it all the time. You can kind of like highlight it. I'll highlight it to people. I'll say, hey, this is what I was going through. And that's it. I'm not going to waver in it. I'm not going to just stay in there. If you're trying to push through, if your desire is to push through out of a tough season, pay it no mind anymore. Just, hey, it's here. And you know what? Apparently this is working for my good. This will be for my good because I'm going to have me a story. I'm going to have a story that's like none other, especially when you're going through a lot of stuff. I'm going to have a story like no other. You know what? I might as well make an impossible goal because look, if it's impossible to me, then maybe somebody else can do it. Why not? Why not push through towards impossible? Like this book on my desk is called Doing the Impossible. It's written by a guy named Patrick Bet-David. And one of the chapters, or one of the laws, it says, have faith. Have faith is one of the chapters. The chapters are short, like 3 pages, maybe 4. Have faith. And if you're going to push through anything, I'm going to push through anything like I'm pushing through right now, right? I'm going to have more faith. I'm going to realize that I can't control how things work, but what I can control, here's what I can control. I can control this body. And the thing about controlling the body, guys, I think I have like 2 more minutes left. Because I realize I have to control this body. And in order to control this body, do you know what you're going to have to do? You know what I have to do? I have to control my mind. If you don't control your mind, you can't control your body. Because your body works on a program. Your mind works in a program. You're like, what do you mean a program? What's a program? A program is it's kind of like Facebook. Facebook is a software. It's running in the internet. Think about Microsoft Excel. It's a software. Think about your CRM. Think about any programs that you use. Think about all the apps that you love. It's a program. So your mind and your body run on programs. And they run on programs so that you don't have to think. So think about all the things. If you're going to push through right now, today, we got to think about all the things that's happening that we're not even paying attention to. We're not even realizing that. I don't even realize that I walk this way. I'm not even realize that I talk this way. I don't even realize what's coming out of my mouth. I don't realize what I'm thinking about. Yesterday, I caught myself. It's weird. My mind is negative. I was in my mind. Like I was in my mind last night. And I said, what are you doing? That's what I did. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? I'm serious. You actually have to become aware. I've been aware of this for a while. But even still, you have to be like, wait a second. Why are you running that program? Get that out of here. Bring in this program. That's when you know you're starting to get control. because now you become aware of what's happening in your mind, and you can control your body, because your body moves with emotion. Yeah. See, emotions, man, it's funny, man. I'm reading this book. It's called Expert Secrets. It's written by Russell Brunson. And I've read it before, like probably 3-4 times, listened to it on Audible. But I picked it back up just so I can kind of read line by line, passage by passage. And I was reading it. And in the book, he says, well, you're not going to sell anything unless people's emotions change. If people's emotions don't change, if you make a logical effort to, oh, this is why you got to have it. But if it's just logical, it's not going to happen. And I kept reading it, emotion. I said, man, I said, I got to get better there. I've not done a good job bringing both elements together, because you need emotion and logic. I got to push through. Because sometimes when I bang my head against the wall, and I realized, and when you bang your head against the wall and you realize, man, I wish I was further along in life. But here's the thing. As I let you go here, are you going to quit? Are you going to have courage to believe in the impossible? Even though you've never done it before. You're like, man, I never did that before, but you know what? I think I can. I don't know. I'm not sure if I know how, but I think I can. I think I can do it. Have faith. That's what I'm going to leave you with today. Have faith. You have to have faith. I have to build more faith. As much as I'm the faith guy. My shirt on the back is, it's actually not this shirt. No, it does. It says faith. Yes, on the back, faith is one of the first elements that I had to start understanding as the healthy accountant. Faith. Have more faith. You want to push through something that's hard, through something that's impossible, through something that it seems like you'll never get through it. Have more faith. I know that's very simplified there, but you already have it. How do I know? Here's how I know. You demonstrate your faith every day. Just become aware of everything you're already doing. And that's where you'll find your faith. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. I was thinking negative. That's where your faith is, in negative thinking. Wow, wait a second. I was talking about myself in such a way, not actually allowing myself to believe something. Oh my goodness. I have faith in that. I have faith in the negative results. I have faith in the results that I don't desire. I have faith in all the things that's happened before that's actually not helping me, but I have faith in all those things. So how do you turn that? You got to become aware first, because that's the process. Become aware first of what programs are running in your mind and how your body's responding. When you can become aware of what's happening and what's actually pushing you, then you realize that, oh, I have to get rid of those things. I heard a doctor talking about this last night. The doctor said this. He said when he was this way, what he did was just go do something else. So if you get anything from this, if you want to have more faith and you're in a negative situation, negative thoughts, do something else that you like doing. Just leave whatever it is that you're doing and then just do something else that you like. Then come back. And if you run into that thing again, do something else that you like doing. Go to a movie, have some fun, go eat some ice cream, go do something else. Then come back. That's how you start. So guys, that's how you're going to push through in 2023. You're going to have faith. You're going to have courage, because you're going to become more aware. You're going to become more aware of your negative thoughts that's actually driving your body and driving your mind. And once you become aware of those thoughts, you're going to have faith in the impossible. And because we probably don't already have enough faith, you're going to say, you know what? Every time I get in a negative situation, I'm going to do something else. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just do something else. And if you do something else that you like doing, have some fun, whatever, then come back and try it again. And then if you get there again, then try it again. Then try it again. That's how you're going to push through, guys. Guys, I appreciate you for joining me for this episode of the Account for Your Life podcast. I'm Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant, helping you to account for your life. If you got value from this, look, like this, comment on this, share this, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. God bless, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, listening friends. We are so glad you invested this time with us. Always remember, you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.